Hi guys! So this week we are going to be drawing a dinosaur version of ourselves. You should have watched the story up here on the screen, so we don't eat our classmates. I will have it in Schoology above this video. So if you haven't watched the story yet, please make sure that you pause this video and go watch the story first. It's a really good story, very silly, and a lot of fun. It's about Penelope. I think her last name, yeah, Penelope Rex. So we have our character Penelope Rex here, and we're going to kind of use that picture to help us draw our own version of a dinosaur. And then we're going to add some stuff that makes it look like us. So for me, what I have thought about is things that I usually wear. So of course I have my big glasses. I usually wear makeup, and I usually wear my watch, and sometimes I have a necklace on. So those are the things I thought of for mine. I did draw a Penelope Rex over here, so I can show you that. But we're going to try and do a little bigger version so we don't have to worry so much about her feet, because her feet get a little weird. And this is something I'm really excited about, is my version of me. So I put Miss Mobley Rex up at the top. You don't have to write your name. I just was having a lot of fun drawing this. In the story, you'll see this little girl, and I loved her. I loved how she looked, so I wanted to add her to my picture as well. So this was my version of me as a dinosaur, and I've got my glasses and my makeup and my necklace and my watch. So think of some things that you might wear. I also put kind of a skirt on or a dress on her, or you could put pants or shorts or anything like that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Now this will take a little effort, so don't give up. It is a little bit difficult, but I'm pretty sure everybody can do it. You just gotta do your best, right? So when we have our piece of paper, it can be lined, but you have to draw big. If you are still drawing small, then you have not been listening to the rules. It has to be big. It has to take up pretty much your whole piece of paper. All you're going to need is a pencil and an eraser and a marker. It does not have to be a Sharpie. It can always be a black Crayola marker. That is perfectly fine. So the shapes I'm going to start with, you need to press lightly. Don't press super hard because we're going to be erasing some. So for the first shape I start with, you could either do a big oval or a big rectangle that curves, whichever one you see. But then we're going to put two circles for the big old chubby cheeks because she's got a kid that she's eating. So she's got food in her mouth. So her cheeks are big and round. So we're going to put two circles for her cheeks. So watch how I do it, and then you try. I start with that kind of big oval. And since I'm pressing lightly, I don't have to worry about mistakes right now. Big oval. You can make it a little bit wider if you wanted. And then I'm going to put two circles or two more ovals, one here and one over here for the two cheeks. You can make this into a boy. If you're going to draw a boy, I just probably wouldn't suggest that you do eyelashes. So I do have an example of a boy that I drew with my class earlier, and I didn't put eyelashes, and I gave him big fuzzy eyebrows. So bigger eyebrows will help you, and you could put maybe like a hat, a baseball cap on, anything like that. Anything you want that makes you think something that you wear. Like a lot of girls, maybe we can put a big bow on this girl. All right, so we have our big chubby cheeks, our big full cheeks. Now all you're going to do is kind of trace around that big wonky weird shape that we gave ourselves, and you'll use your eraser to erase the lines inside. I was talking in my class this morning, and I told them it kind of looks like a car, a little bit like a car. I don't know if you can see that. It's a really weird shape. So that's why I use simple shapes like those 3 big ovals or a big oval and 2 circles, because those are easier than trying to describe this shape here, because this is a weird shape. All right, now that we've got that, I'm going to start at about the middle up here, and I'm going to curve down and in, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come down and in to the bottom there. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to draw one of my eyes. I'm just going to use a big circle. And I think I'm going to make this a girl, so I'm going to give her some eyelashes. Yes, boys do have eyelashes, but when you draw eyelashes, it kind of makes your drawing look like a girl. So I probably would skip eyelashes if you're drawing a boy, but it is up to you. Just know it's probably going to look kind of like a girl. So I've got my 2 circles inside. I definitely want to see that you're drawing circles inside the eye, at least one. Let's see. And then I'm going to give her some eyebrows. Kind of a banana shape. Now over here, if you look at the picture of Penelope, her eye is kind of floating off the side here. Since Tyrannosaurus rexes have those big heads, you won't always see this eye, but we're going to draw it anyways because it looks cute like that. So I'm just going to put a big oval. I'm going to clean up this line now. And then some eyelashes. So just take your time. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can slow it down. You can always pause. This is going to be a little more that you have to work on, that you have to take your time on, but I think everybody can do it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and give her her nose holes, and they're going to be on the insides of these lines. So I'm going to do an oval here and an oval here. And that's all you got to do for her nose. Then underneath there, not right underneath, give it a little room, because your nose isn't right under your lip, like connected, right? There's a little bit of space. So a little bit of space, and we're just going to do a zigzag line. When we have that zigzag line, so I'm needing a little more room down here, so I went ahead and erased, and I'm not going to worry about that line. We're going to make something else here. I'm going to do a happy face curve for the bottom lip, and then I'm just going to pull this line over. And we're looking pretty good so far. This is looking good. All right, for the body, we're just going to come here and curve down to the bottom of the page. We're going to come over here, curve down to the bottom of the page. So you need to go all the way to the bottom. I don't want it to just randomly stop. At this point, we're going to pull this line from the face, and we're just going to do a zigzag down and then a zigzag back up. I'm going to make this cheek a little bit chubbier and then erase this line. All right, I think it's looking pretty good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give her some arms. I'm going to do 2 diagonal lines and a horizontal line. We're going to erase this line because the arm covers it up. And then some zigzags, just like that. Oops, sorry if it was under there. I'll do another one right here. So then her other arm, well, you probably won't see much of it. Just like that. Just kind of, you know how Tyrannosaurus Rex's walk. It's silly. All right, what else can we add? We can add some lines around her eyes if you wanted to, because Penelope has some of those lines. You could add a zigzag right there, and some diagonals right here to make her look like she's blushing. You could also put some ovals over here on her cheeks for more blush. Now let's work on her clothes. We're going to do a line here and here for the strap of her shirt. And then we'll do a diagonal line and we'll cover this up. We're going to have her shirt cover that part up. And then right up again with another rectangle. Actually, let's do straps. And buttons. All right. We're going to have a line over here. And that should be good. You can make a different type of shirt if you wanted to. You could even put some designs on her shirt. So maybe let's try a t-shirt instead of suspenders. So that's one of the fun things about art. You can draw it, and so long as you're drawing it lightly, if you decide, hey, you know what, I'm going to do something different, you can do that. And we're going to do a collar, which is just these two curved, kind of smiley face curves. And then we'll erase this. And we're gonna do short sleeves. There we go. And now we got a shirt. We're not gonna see that part because it's a short sleeve. Alright, and then we'll just have the shirt go all the way down. That'll work. I've had some kids that they wanted to do t-shirts, so that'll be a good way to draw a t-shirt. And then if you want to draw some patterns on it, you could. What's some good patterns we could do? Maybe a zigzag. I'm going to start in the middle. Zigzags. Remember, when you're doing patterns, don't do 50 billion lines. You're trying to make it a little easier for yourself. You're not trying to make it crazy hard for yourself. There we go. We got a cool zigzag. And maybe we can put some circles, kind of some funky polka dots. I like this. There we go. All right, so we're going to do a curved line, probably coming about right here. And this will be the start of her tail. Triangles, not zigzag lines, because you want them to be kind of big. You can put them on her back as well. And then you can put them on the back of her head too. So big triangles, don't give me 20 billion zigzags like this because that gets messy. We're not making messes. We're making beautiful art. So big triangles. Just like that. And then the last thing that I really like adding is these little shapes on the side, like scale shapes. I think they're cool looking. I put them down on the tail, on the arm, on the cheek. So I'm going to add them as well. So you could make these hearts if you wanted to. I'll make one a heart. And these will just be kind of like little scales. I feel like there's something missing. I wonder what it is. can't figure it out. She looks a little sad, but I guess if she just ate somebody, maybe she should be. Oh, the bow. I almost forgot. So let's see. How are we going to do the bow? It's got a little bit, not a lot of room up here. I'm just going to put it right here. We might have to erase this triangle. So I start with a big circle shape in the middle. And then I have two triangles. So if you turn this, it kind of looks like a triangle, but you're not going to see the point because it goes into the circle on both sides. And then since it covers the top of the head up, we're going to erase those lines because we won't see them. All right. I really like how she came out. That's awesome. I'm going to make this cheek just a little bit bigger. All right. You could put a necklace here. You could put rings. Maybe we'll put a ring. You could give her a watch, bracelets, all kinds of other things that you could think about adding. So just make sure that you're taking your time and doing your best. You're going to do the same steps if you draw a boy. You're just not going to have, or I probably wouldn't suggest eyelashes. And you could always do the big fuzzy eyebrows instead of the smaller eyebrows. And that'll help it look like a boy. So you're still going to be following the same steps. So don't ask me, what do I do if I want to draw a boy? It's still the same thing. You're just going to make the eyebrows bigger, and you'll probably use different clothes or draw a nice hat up on top of his head. All right, guys. Well, take your time. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did, and I can't wait to see what you look like as a dinosaur. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.